One of the biggest curveballs and stories of this season, LaMarcus Aldridge just retired from the NBA. This is absolutely shocking. I just woke up and I can't believe this is actually happening. LaMarcus Aldridge just a few weeks ago just signed a new contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Now all of a sudden he's retiring from the NBA. This just doesn't even make sense. Shams just recently reported that Nets player LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be missing the remainder of the season and for the rest of his life because he is going to retire from the NBA. Now, I can dive into why LaMarcus Aldridge is going to retire, but before we get into that, yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy, and I'm back here giving y'all another banger. And since I'm giving y'all another banger, if y'all could go ahead and drop a like on this video, it'd be much appreciated, and please subscribe if you enjoy basketball content. But getting back to this news, I am absolutely gobsmacked that we are here talking about LaMarcus Aldridge retiring from the NBA. According to LaMarcus Aldridge, he found out that he has an irregular beat, so I'm really hoping prayers for him. I really do hope that his health stays good and that he lives a long, healthy life. At the end of the day, these NBA players are people, so you just want to hope the best for them. I really do hope that he is making the best decision for his life. And if he feels as though playing basketball is a detriment to his health, then I absolutely agree with LaMarcus Aldridge, and I hope that this is the right decision that he is making. But man, what an absolute curveball. This came out of nowhere. This is one of the news that you don't even think about. Maybe you would think about a LaMarcus Aldridge injury or something like that, but for him to just flat out retire because of his health problems and everything else just going on, it is just absolutely crazy to hear someone just retire in the middle of a season like this. And this is without a question a big blow to the Brooklyn Nets. And when I start looking at the Brooklyn Nets now, I have so many questions that really do make me question if they can actually win a championship this season. Obviously, losing a player like LaMarcus Aldridge is already a big downside because one, he is a hooper, he can shoot, he can hit shots. He's not really a defender, but he is a stretch big. So just with floor spacing, he already helps out a lot just because he's capable of hitting shots from basically anywhere on the court. So at the end of the day, the Brooklyn Nets just lost a vet. They lost one of their veteran bigs. At least if you want to say he's not starting, he was one of their big rotation players, somebody that I absolutely do believe that they were intending to use during the playoffs. Not only that, when you start to look at the Brooklyn Nets, you also start to see that health is going to be a big issue when it comes to this team. First, you thought that they were all going to play together, Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, but all of a sudden James Harden gets injured and now Kevin Durant's coming back, but they still don't have James Harden. And the thing about this is that James Harden is suffering a hamstring injury, which is kind of similar to what Kevin Durant is going through, which is also a hamstring injury. However, when Kevin Durant was going through his hamstring injury, he was expected to miss 2 games, and that was it. But that's not what happened. He ended up missing 8 weeks of basketball. 8 weeks. So my point of view is this: what if James Harden goes through the same process as Kevin Durant? He thinks he's only going to miss a couple of games, and then suddenly he's missing around 4 to 6 weeks. And at some point, they just have to get that chemistry together. You heard Doc Rivers even talk about it to one of the ESPN reporters. He was like, listen, we just didn't play enough. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they just didn't play enough. And when time came for them to face adversity and know what to do in the game plan, they didn't know because they didn't know their roles. Chemistry is important, and anyone who tries to tell you that it's not is simply just disregarding it and is looking over one of the key fundamentals of basketball. So the fact that they're not even playing together and that they're really just hoping that based on talent that they can just walk in and win a championship is just probably not very likely at all. Again, I really do hope that LaMarcus Aldridge is doing all right because this is something that you don't want NBA players to deal with. An irregular beat does sound like something that is serious, and the fact that he had to retire, I know that he was probably hoping that he could win a championship, so this was probably very serious to him and something that he probably didn't want to do, but he felt that it was probably the better choice for his health and for his life to just retire from the NBA. So on that, I do want to congratulate LaMarcus Aldridge on a very long career. He was one of the best players in the NBA. He was a perennial all-star, so I really do hope that LaMarcus Aldridge has a great retirement, and I do want to congratulate him on a great career. But like I was saying, the LaMarcus Aldridge retirement is just something that you don't even see coming. It's just one of those news that you wake up and you're like, what? It was just so shell-shocking to wake up and to hear that from Shams. It was just like, what are you even talking about right now? But like I was saying earlier, let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think about the Brooklyn Nets? Do you really see this team as a legitimate threat to come out the East? Do you think that they're all going to get healthy and they're going to actually play? Do you think that they're going to have enough time to throw chemistry together? Or do you think that next season is probably their best season? Because right now there's just too much going on, and with players retiring and, you know, they're not really known for their defense and all this other factors that are going into the Brooklyn Nets, do you still believe that they are championship favorites the same way the media wants you to believe that they are? But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. If you listened this far, please drop a like on the video and please subscribe if you enjoy basketball content. Please check out my other videos if you enjoy basketball. But without further ado, guys, I am out. Peace.